right, y'all. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Talk of the Sports podcast. We've done 38 episodes. This is number 39. It's been a long season. The season didn't end when the season ended. There's been Nations League. There's been Gold Cup. A bunch of friendlies in between. And the Club World Cup. And like we promised, we're gonna be there for at least one or two more episodes after the last one. Now, this might be the finale, depending on how yours truly perform. But yeah, before we get started, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in once again. Especially those people that have been tuning in with us since the start. We've been doing this for 3 years now, 3 seasons and change, 38 episodes. Listen to us talk about football. Thank you.
It's all because of you. Thank you. We don't do this without you.
And we keep doing it, and we're going to keep doing it. So please, if you've been with us, even if you've been with us for one episode, if this is your first episode, especially if you've been here since season 1, drop a like,
Drop a comment.
subscribe,
Share the video.
comment, share the video, do whatever you want. Just interact, hop on the live. We're live on Twitch and YouTube, everywhere. Please, we do this for y'all. After the thank yous, I'd like to, give you a little update on how I'm doing. And it's going to be really short because I'm doing great. I'm recording this podcast. So let me switch it over to Kaz. How are you doing?
Always good, boss. Always good.
Always great. And I know that personally, but hey, we got to let them know how you do. So without further ado, first topic, hot off the press, the U.S. men's national team are in another CONCACAF Gold Cup final.
Yep. All without some of
Pochettino.
our best players.
All without our best players. A lot of players, and the
A
one
lot of
who
the starters are not playing.
the one who gets the headlines, Pulisic, they're all out. They're not there. But yet again,
It's not just Pulisic. Robinson, Jetty Robinson. The Aronson brothers. Only one of them is there, and he's coming off the bench. The right back. But I don't think that's our starting right back either. Not our starting goalie. Okay, I think we have our starting center backs there, though. That's true. We do have our starting center backs there. But our starting striker ain't there. Folarin Balongu, no Tim Weah, no Jesus Ferreira. Yeah.
it's really a B team USA. Because I'm not gonna lie, man. I look at the lineups and I'm like,
Yeah.
are these
Yeah.
who the hell is this? But yet again, and I think this is particularly impressive. First of all, shout out to Pochettino. Reached another cup final.
That's what he does.
He might be a specialist.
That's what he does.
Let's put some respect on Pochettino's name.
That's what he does, man.
This is what, his third cup final in 2 years.
Every team he's had, he's reached the cup.
He's reached cup finals. He knows how to play, and it's particularly impressive knowing that he lost his 4 straight games going into this competition.
He did. That's true.
he
He did.
lost games against Panama, Canada, Turkey, and Switzerland. The Switzerland one was
A good
terrible.
team.
4-0.
Yeah, but Switzerland is good though.
Yeah.
Switzerland is good. So yeah,
But
I
however,
yeah.
Alexi Lalas and them boys were not taking it easy on him
No, they
at
weren't.
all.
No, they weren't.
Nobody was giving him any type of credit. It was all bash,
First of all,
bash, bash.
our history, we have a bad history with playing Panama. Like we either lose or tie to them, like when we should have. I remember this going back even before the Berhalter days. We always played Panama close. We're always close with Panama. Canada, yeah, Jesse Marsh. They got a good thing going on there. Switzerland, that's a good team. What? That's an established team, bro. World Cup challenging team. And then who was it? Did it lose to?
Turkey.
Turkey's a good team, man. Like they may not be like up there with like the world giants, but they're still a solid team, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I give them props, man. Really. There's a few players on this team that probably will be starting. I can only tell you, Malik Tillman is legit. He's a starter. Yeah, but besides that, I don't know anybody else, man.
Yeah, I didn't really recognize any. There weren't no standout. The guys I was looking to see, the guys that have been showing up and like getting the
Uh,
goals and
the
assists.
goal scorer stood out to me though. That second goal was impressive.
Oh, yeah, the goal was impressive, but I just haven't seen or heard of him really. I'm like, who the hell is?
Yeah,
What is it? Gabriel
I
Luna,
think yeah,
Diego Luna.
I think he plays in MLS. Something.
Yeah, this is 21-year-old left winger from MLS. I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay, I mean, it makes sense. A nation as big as the U.S. has these guys that are ready. And he
yeah,
was wearing number 10.
yeah.
Pulisic is number 10. You know, like,
And he's balling. He's earning. He's showing the reason why they gave him number 10.
yeah, these weren't his first goals in the tournament either. Like,
No, I think he has 3 goals in the tournament, 4 goals in the tournament.
yeah. Let me see. Like, the USA,
He has at least 3 goals in this tournament because he scored in the previous game too. So yeah.
yeah, after destroying Trinidad and Tobago in the first
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
beat Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to Saudi Arabia later.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Haiti, of course. Costa Rica gave them a little wobble.
Gave us a scare that yeah, I knew they would give us a little
Still beat them though, which is the important part.
yeah.
Beat Guatemala today,
Mm-hmm.
and the score line doesn't tell the full story. It was they deserve to be beaten. We played well,
Yeah.
and now I'm not sure if it's a game on yet.
Mexico yeah, there's a game going on there's a game going on at 10 in about four
Or yeah,
minutes.
yeah, it starts soon, but
Oh, Honduras.
I fully expect Honduras. I mean Mexico to meet
To
us in
beat
that final.
Honduras. Yeah, I fully expect it to be Mexico. I have no doubt in
It-
my mind it
There's
Mexico.
way too much history
Yeah.
there for them not to show up. Especially with Mexico, they've been disappointing over the last couple years. They've
Yeah.
been
They need a win badly. They
taking
need something.
L's right
They
and
need
left.
anything. We've been making them look bad, like when we play the last couple of years.
2-0, 3-0,
They need something, man. They need
2-1, getting knocked out, not qualifying for the World Cup,
I think
not
there was
qualifying.
that game that we beat them where our goalkeeper saved a penalty or something. Like in like the last kick of the game. And then
Yeah, the United States national team has been dog walking Mexico for the past
yeah,
three-ish years, and
yeah,
they want their lick back.
yeah. But
And
hey, we deserve this lick though, because I remember the days of Giovanni dos Santos. I remember that goal. You remember the goal the goal that I don't know which center back was crawling on his hands. You know what I'm talking about, oh, bro.
I don't remember the names, but I remember the goal.
I don't know who it was, but someone was crawling on his hands, chasing Giovanni dos Santos, bro. Yo, that goal is like one of the most legendary, most golden goals ever. Like, my goodness me. I remember those days, bro. Trust me. We deserve this. We deserve this, man. Holy. Yeah, it used to be bad, bro. Oh, man. 4
Now
0.
it's a
4
now
I
it's a
think it
real
was like
rivalry.
4-0 in the Gold Cup final. It wasn't even a competition back then. Yeah. It was not close. Yeah, bro. But
Yeah,
now, like you said, it's actually um we're the dominant ones in the rivalry over the last 3 years. So it's good to see.
yeah. Well, I would like to meet them
And if
in
we
this
can, and this is
semifinal.
Mexico's A team. If we can beat them with our B team,
Yeah,
let's go. Here we come, World Cup.
yeah. And honestly, I fully expect us to beat them.
Me too.
I do.
Me
I
too.
do. Like
Yep. No, no.
this is the U.S.
Mexico got some good players on that team. The guy from Fulham, the striker. Oh, Jimenez from Milan. Just another striker. Diego Lainez. They got some midfielders. Marcel Ruiz. The guy from West Ham. I forget what his name is.
Vega, Alvarez,
Yeah, Vega,
Chavez,
Alvarez, Chavez. Yep.
Araujo.
Araujo. Yep. Yep. They got good players, man. So this will
Yeah,
be.
they're a very good team. They've just
Don't
been
tell
kind
me
of bad
Oko is
recently.
still your keeper.
No, he's not.
Okay, I was about to
I
say.
mean, let me change it. Ochoa is on the bench.
Okay, okay. At least he's at least he's there.
He's there. He's 39.
I
And
know,
he's there.
I know, I know. He's
He's
still
there. He's still there in case they need him.
there. My
Yeah.
God, bro. Imagine my surprise to see Sergio Ramos playing yesterday
Sergio Ramos is evergreen, man. I
from
mean,
Monterrey.
if Diego Silva is
Bro,
playing
Thiago
through
Silva
injury
is
to knock out Inter,
beating Inter Milan 2-0.
and he
Oh,
was injured, kept a clean sheet.
yep.
Groin injury, those are painful. You know this.
Yes, I do know groin injuries. You can play. You don't you don't cure a groin injury by playing.
No, it
but
gets worse.
but but the good thing about a groin injury is it's one of the few injuries that you can actually play through the pain. Just take
Yeah.
pain meds and you'll be fine. But yeah, I know very well groin injuries are annoying. Yep,
Uh,
absolutely.
He's 40 years old doing that.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
it just shows you how well he took care of himself. How well
All throughout his career. Throughout
high,
his career.
very, very high. And he was very, very injury prone, I believe, in his first years. Like he really didn't peak at Milan till like, or I know, sorry, not peak. He really didn't like come out as a really good player until he was like 25, 26. Kind of like Drogba. He was
Yeah.
always injured. He was always in and out of the team. Always something wrong with him. And then 26 years old, like we're like, who is this guy? Just all of a sudden, just busted out as one of the world's most talented center backs. And then PSG picked him up straight away.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he early his career he had tuberculosis,
there
who
you go.
which
You got to say
nearly
that
retired
too.
him.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he was out for like years.
And like he went from Brazil to Russia. That was when it was at Dynamo Moscow. So
Yeah,
that was before AC Milan. So and
yeah,
then PSG and then Chelsea and the rest
yeah,
is history. But yeah, shout out
yeah.
to him, man. So we both like are expecting USA to win, no matter who we face
No
in
matter
the
who we
final,
face,
because I feel like the Gold Cup is just their birthright,
it's that
especially going into the World Cup in 2026. Is it? Wait, is it next summer?
next summer.
It's here. I remember the beginning because we covered a World Cup in our first season.
Mhm.
Was it Qatar? We did, right? Did we cover the
Qatar,
World
yeah.
Cup? Yeah, we did. So yeah, it'll be next fourth season. It'll be another World Cup.
There you
Time
go.
flies. Um, honestly, I expect them to win, but even if we lose, which I'm not expecting, this entire tournament combined with the Club World Cup is just preparation for the real deal. We don't we know what the expectations are, and at least for me, we need the US national teams to go a step beyond everything they've done before.
Yes.
And that's quarterfinals.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, they need to win the World Cup, bro. You know how many teams like indoctrinate their players from 5 years of age? We need to win the World Cup. I'm not gonna sit here and
Brazil
Germany,
have the most, but
Brazil,
where have they been?
Germany builds facilities on islands for their players to train for the World Cup. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you better come home with that trophy. But I will say, man, semifinals. You semifinals, something. Take take any one of these teams to the last wire.
It
I,
doesn't
I don't
matter.
want to go out. I don't want to go out like um Qatar. I don't want that. If that game, if we could have just handled that Dutch team, pull them to extra time, something. I don't want to go out like that again. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, bro,
I
man,
need the
oh,
players to fight like they're on the front lines in Iran or Moscow or Beijing
Ukraine,
or Ukraine. No, seriously, it was a joke, but I need to see all of them fight because this is our home. It is our World Cup. I guess it's hosted also. There's games in Canada and there's games in Mexico. But no, this is our World Cup. The World Cup is coming to America, North America, because of us. We need
yes,
to be competitive. That's
yes.
all. And we need to do what we've never done before. We need to go a
Yes.
step beyond. We need to
Uh-huh.
win our group. Has the United States ever won their group? Probably
I
not.
don't know.
I'll
I don't
bet
think
right now they haven't. I don't know, but I'll say probably not. Win the group. Go ahead. Fight whatever. It doesn't matter who it is. Argentina,
they
Portugal.
probably have an easy group. They probably gave us an easy group.
I don't think the World Cup groups are out yet. I don't think they're.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen it, but
It's not. I don't think it's out yet.
when they come out, though, I'm predicting we will get a fairly manageable group. I'm predicting that. I don't think we're gonna. They're not gonna do that to us. They're not gonna put Belgium, Germany, France, USA. I'm like, holy, damn. They wouldn't do that. I don't think they would do that. They'll try to make it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about the group stage fixtures, so I just don't think it's out yet.
Yeah,
The stadiums are out. The
yeah.
teams have all qualified.
Stadiums have been out for like 2 years since like
Yeah,
the U.S. The stadiums have been out for years.
yeah. The full group isn't out yet. The full group, no, it's not out yet. Only I'm looking at it right now. Only USA, Canada, and Mexico are in the groups. The rest is yet to be. I don't know what they're gonna determine it on or where the draw is, but I hope we're in the group of death with like Iran and Israel. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Yeah, but I don't think those countries made the.
I hope Israel qualifies for the World Cup. And we're all in the same group. That would be hilarious, but it's not gonna happen. Um,
But
yeah,
Iran qualified for the last World Cup. I know that.
and they qualify for this World Cup.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah, they're in there.
They got some players, man. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah,
Mediterranean from Inter Milan. Yeah, they got some. They got a couple players.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it'll be. I can't wait because our next topic, Club World Cup, we might need to have discussions on going to the game because depending on what happens next. Because and this is the perfect transition. The Club World Cup is also another test for the World Cup, and going into the Club World Cup, you know what? I'm gonna start with the upsets. Let's start with the upsets. Man City got knocked out by Al Hilal.
Al Hilal. Alhamdulillah. I love it. I love Islam. Love Muslims around the world. Alhamdulillah to all my brothers and sisters.
Free Palestine as well. But yeah,
Yes.
Al Hilal locked out Man City, knocked them out. Certain Man City fans were laughing when Chelsea lost to Flamengo. That was very funny to watch, and I didn't respond because they didn't notice when PSG lost to Botafogo. But hey, I guess Chelsea are the main characters, right? And we are because we're the only English team left.
Right.
So honestly, Man City have bigger problems than
Mhm.
this Club World Cup.
Let's talk about that.
Their defense,
Mm, mm, mm,
they
mm,
still don't play defense.
mm.
They still can't play defense. Their entire thing is based on holding the ball, and even though they've signed like five new players in the last 6 months, I think they've at least signed
How
two
many
more
defenders?
since. There no defenders in there.
Just one.
Well, actually, yeah.
One.
Um,
That's it. One. At Nuri.
Tillemans. Is it Tillemans or is it
At Nuri, the left
at
back.
Nori? At Nori.
And
They
At
still
Nuri isn't known for his defense.
he's known for his attacking.
Yes.
So it's like Man City, they might have some deceitful games where they destroy Juve, who are like, but
Juve got their own problems. But
yeah,
I think they figured it out. I saw their game against Real Madrid. They lost that game too. Yeah, Juve got their own problems.
yeah, and also it's like
They
they were
have more
clinical the
striker.
that game, but then all of a sudden they're not clinical the next game. So there's growing pains there as would be expected from any team that has made a bunch of new signings. So is this
They scored what? They scored what 5, 6. They scored 8 goals in 2 games. Problem is they gave up 6 goals in 2 games.
is that a sign that the issues from last season are persisting?
Uh-huh.
Because they did sign a lot of attacking players, which
Uh-huh.
explains them scoring more goals.
Yep.
Or is it that overall they have improved?
No, they've never had a problem scoring goals. Even last season, they were one of the highest scoring teams in all the leagues. Their problem was defense,
Uh,
and that's still their problem. I mean, they're looking like Vice City FC when we had to come back
Vice
from
City
down.
FC is crazy.
Right, we had to keep coming
They're
back.
looking like your team on FIFA.
Really, like seriously, I'm literally dealing with the same thing Pep is dealing with. We had to keep coming back, being down 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. We'll win games 5-3, 4-3, 3-4. Yeah.
And how much does fatigue go into that, especially since they've had such a long season? And even Pep has come out and said, "Oh, the Club World Cup is going to affect our preparation for." How much does that, especially with Rodri coming back, their start, their Rodri is the best player on the team now, bar Haaland. So how does that affect them going into next season?
Here's
Now,
the thing about fatigue. Fatigue only matters for teams that don't have depth. If you're Man City, if you're Chelsea, if you're Arsenal, if any top four in any European, I don't want to hear anything about fatigue. Miss me with that. You have academy players. You could pick players. You come and play. I don't want to hear no fatigue. You have your coach. You got your players. Now go play. Now, if you were maybe Al Hilal, yes, they got to deal with that because they do not have depth like Man City. You saw the players that were bringing on from the bench. Their
Yeah.
poor little striker Marcus Leonardo had to play all 140 minutes. The kid was cramping up. They didn't have a replacement for him. That's why when he scored the goal, he was falling down because he's been running for 120 minutes, bro. That's why it's even funnier that Al Hilal won. Al Hilal had no business winning that game. All right. Their two of their starters were out hurt. One of them, very good player, a right winger. Their striker Mitrovic, he's out somewhere. So they had to bring in Marcos Leonardo, the 22-year-old Brazilian striker. And then their center back too. One of the center backs was injured, and they even had to. Did you see their formation was different? Oh, their coach,
Wasn't it Inzaghi?
yes, genius. You know, you saw what he did. He moved Ruben Neves. He
No, it was
played him at center back, and then he played Koulibaly. He made him a what? What I said Koulibaly is he's a what? He's a mercenary. You deploy
yeah,
him to destroy. You don't need him to think. You need him to be deployed as a
yeah,
missile.
exactly.
So he put him next to Ruben Neves and then put the other big, tall black man next to the smart white man. Genius. What?
No comments. But yes, you're absolutely right.
Come
So,
on.
but no comments.
How many
But
times in that game when because you know how Man City press, they press really high. But Ruben Neves being in the middle there, his passing range and his vision is incredible. Like just it
he got
Inzaghi's
an assist. Cancelo getting an assist against his older team.
Cancelo
Koulibaly
wanted it
getting a
all
goal.
so bad. I felt so sorry for him. He wanted to score so bad. It was
He needed that. He needed that more than anybody. The
yes,
Holly Howe team, they had so much more to prove,
bro.
and they showed it. They showed it.
And then Milinkovic Savic. I mean, what a game from that dude, man. Like he doesn't move around a lot, but what he does when he gets the ball, his decision making is absolutely incredible. It's like it's impeccable. He was the one that got the game winning he for the game winning goal. He's the one that headed the ball that the Ederson saved into Marcos Leonardo's path. But you'll notice in all of those goals, he has a hand in it in one way or another, either defending or helping to get this. Like, bro. And then you can talk about Malcolm. Malcolm was. I
bro.
was like,
He
whoa.
scored. Yeah, he like they did their thing. They did their thing. Like
Koulibaly scored. Like,
my favorite part about this is how it casts such a positive light on the Saudi Arabian league.
yes, yes,
It
yes.
does. Like Cristiano Ronaldo started all of this, and he said it. It's a
Yeah,
top five league, and I agree with him
I
because the Uber Eats league is not a top five league. And
wait.
anybody that thinks I'm being reactionary, go and check my receipts. I've been saying
PSG,
this.
but PSG just won the Champions League final. You can't say that now. Can't say that. I know what you mean, but you can't say that. You can't go
But
that far.
they have one good team. It does not mean the league is good.
One good team.
I mean, name another good team from the French league right now. Don't check. Lyon that just got relegated for financial crimes.
That's finance, but that's not pitch players. Okay, they're fine pitch wise, and Marseille is pretty good.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. Like, what did they
Monaco.
do in Europe?
Monaco.
Okay, what did they do in Europe?
I don't know.
Exactly. Leon finished eighth. Marcel finished ninth. Don't.
Stop.
There's not a good league.
Monaco. No, I said Monaco.
Monaco finished 11th.
Damn.
It's not a good league. Auxerre. You
But
ever
that
heard of Auxerre? They finished second. Guess who finished third? The UCL team's broadcast team's favorite team from the French league.
oh Brest. No, Brest is good.
Exactly. Brest. We all love Brest, right?
Very good. And
We love, we love
what
Brest.
about Lille or Rennes?
Lille finished sixth. Lens finished fifth.
Okay, there you go. A few good teams.
Yeah, they're not as. Oh, wait, wait,
I'll
wait,
say
wait, wait,
this.
wait, wait,
I
wait.
will put
Hold up, hold
Saudi.
up, hold up, hold up.
Say
I am so sorry. I have to apologize for everything I've said about the French league because I was looking at the alphabetical listing of this season.
oh
I wasn't looking at last season. Marcel finished second. Monaco finished third. Nice
ah,
fourth.
uh,
Lille fifth.
Nice.
Leon sixth.
There we go.
Chelsea Strasbourg finished seventh.
There you
Lens
go.
eighth. Brest finished ninth.
I'll say this. I'll say this. For
Sorry.
the record,
Sorry.
I'll put them just below. Like it's the French league, then the
Saudi League.
Saudi league. Yeah,
All
because
right. I agree with that. I would agree with that.
PSG just won the UCL final. I can't put Saudi league above them. You know, like
Look, the only reason like we can't I won't put them above Europe's top five leagues because they don't compete in the
they
best
don't. That's the only reason they don't compete in Europe.
but they are very competitive league.
Yes, yes, they do deserve to be mentioned with Europe's top five league now.
Make it a big six. But
It
it's
should
not
be.
Europe. Well, I mean Europe's top
They're
five.
better. They're better than whatever Belgium league, Danish league, Swiss league,
Yeah.
Polish league, Warsaw. They're better than all those
Yep.
teams.
Yep.
Obviously,
They deserve to be respected. We don't need the Jamie Carragers of the world disrespecting players for going there anymore.
agreed. Agreed. I said this to Aussie men. Aussie men, if you're listening, the people of
We'll man,
Napoli
bro.
don't want you. Your teammates don't want you. Your coach don't want you. Go to
You're,
Saudi.
they forced him to come back to training, and then they said you're gonna come back here and you're gonna train with the kids. So that offer that you rejected from Saudi, even
Guess
though it
what?
did work out for you and you did win the Turkish league,
But guess what?
maybe it's time.
Galatasaray don't want you.
They can't afford him.
Exactly.
They can't afford you, man. You went there as a oh, please take me, and they took you, and it worked out.
And
But
then guess
now,
what?
like,
You're
I,
back.
my personal message to Osimhen, like, bro, it's time for you to fulfill your potential, man. You need to go to Premier League. Doesn't matter. Like before AFCON, I wanted you to sign for my club, but
He should go
Arsenal,
to Crystal
Man
Palace.
U,
What are you doing that for? What's wrong with Crystal Palace? Okay, all right. He should go to Tottenham.
come on. He needs to go to the top club, a top club.
Man U?
Man U is still a top club, no, even though they finished 16th.
Okay, here's the thing about Man U. Gokares don't want them. For what?
Gokras did want them, but they didn't want him. As
No,
they didn't reciprocate. Because
no,
if when he said if they had bid the amount that Sporting was asking when Gokras said and said I'll go to Man U even without Champions League, they would have gotten him. But Man U are just badly run. They're just not well run.
I mean, Gokares did come. His agent came out and said that he doesn't want to go there. Also, real no, his agent literally said that he doesn't want to go there. Yeah,
So that was just fake news, him wanting to go to Man U.
he never wanted Man U.
I gotta stop falling for the fake news, man.
I know.
I believed it though. I believed it. I believed it.
I did too,
Like that.
till I saw like if his agent is saying he doesn't want to go there, then what else is there? But no, Um, yeah, Gokeres to Man U. Sorry, not Gokeres. Ozyman to Man U. I mean, Man U don't really have that the pick of their litter right now. They don't really have the options right now. Like, cause um, my point about Ozyman is hear this out, right? If he had gone to, I think Al Hilal actually was making one making the offer. If he had gone to Al Hilal, he could have played there. Lose. You saw what John Duran did. He went to he went there to Saudi, and then they
And now
loaned
he's getting a loan up.
to Fenerbahce,
Yeah.
join up with the boy Jose. So, um, Aussie man, and I remember when this drama, his drama was was um building up last year too. The season was about to start. He was trying to force his move to Chelsea. We didn't want you, and then he was angry. He went and told the board that he wants to leave. Totally ruined his relationship with Napoli.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, what did I tell him? I said, bro,
Take that offer.
take
It was
the
crazy money.
deal, bro. That's a lot
He
of
could have left.
giving you
Like,
more money. They were giving him more money. As big as his contract is now, they were giving you more money, bro.
it's well, it's gonna be a saga. I hate sagas. It's
All
gonna
right.
be a
How about
saga.
this?
It might go down to a wire.
One more suggestion for Aussie men, since our friend here, Shags, doesn't he rejected the first two London clubs I suggested. Okay. Victor Osimhen to West Ham. Graham Potter,
None of those
Mohamed
saints have
Kudus,
the pull, man.
Jared Bowen,
They don't have the pull,
Graham
man.
Potter.
You
Okay, okay,
see,
okay, okay.
you know
How
what
about
the problem is with those clubs? Victor Osimhen wants to be the star.
he will be in West
Wants
Ham?
to be the
Wait,
guy.
wait, wait, wait. Who's the
But
star in West
he won't be
Ham? Wait,
compared to the rest of the league. Victor Osimhen wants to be the biggest, baddest in the league. And to do that, he needs to be at the one of the top three clubs in the league.
Man City,
Messi is not gonna sign him.
Liverpool,
Arsenal could.
but
Man U could.
Gokeres is in final.
Liverpool could.
Liverpool is not signing Ozzy Man. Why would they sign Ozzy Man?
If they don't, they're still going for Isak. Liverpool couldn't use Osimhen.
They don't. Yeah, but he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit their play style. Isak does. He doesn't fit how they want to play. He fits way more how Arsenal wants to play. But
What does
Arsenal
Isak do that Osimhen doesn't?
dribble four players at once and score amazing goals. Osimhen can't do that.
Yes, Isak ever dribbled four players
I'll send you some clips. Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry.
for
Just
Newcastle.
what?
For Newcastle.
Yeah. I'll send you a couple clips. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you.
But is that what Liverpool need? A striker to dribble
That's their
four
play
players?
style. That's how they play and finish.
They Liverpool play with a striker that dribbles four
They
players.
played Luis Diaz at striker for most of the season. They played Horta at striker.
And
They
Osimhen isn't an automatic upgrade on that.
no, not at all. He wouldn't fit their system.
Osimhen isn't an upgrade on Darwin Nunes.
Bro, Darwin Nunes was never a starter.
But Osimhen isn't an upgrade on Darwin Nunes.
No, not to me, because he wouldn't even fit their system. He Darwin Nunes wasn't even a starter, so that's a terrible comparison. And Osimhen doesn't fit Liverpool's system. He just doesn't. Bro, they literally they benched Darwin Nunes and played Luis Diaz in the middle for a reason. That's how they want to play.
So because Osimhen doesn't dribble
Yeah,
four players,
bro, that dude's first touch is terrible, bro. He doesn't fit that system. Sorry.
Nah, I will send you some clips of Osimhen having immaculate touch.
Eh.
And he's still a way better finisher than Darnell because when Darnell plays, his job is to just shoot the ball.
No, I'm not.
Osimhen can do that
I'm
way
not.
better.
I'm not saying that Darwin Nunes is better than Ozzy, man. That's not what I said. I said it doesn't matter because they neither of them fit Liverpool's.
And they just signed words. He doesn't have to do all that. He just has to finish.
Yeah, but you're missing the point. That's not how Liverpool wants to play, though. That's not how they want to play. They don't need
You
a
you
big.
realize that this Liverpool is not Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, man. They're evolving, they're changing. They're
Yeah, but
going towards all
they
these signings they're signing. They're not signing all these players to play the same way.
yeah,
They're
but
evolving.
who is better, Isak or Ozzy, man?
Isak, of
Okay,
course.
what's he trying to say?
But it's like, no, it's going to be very hard for them to get Isak.
Oh yeah, but like it's not like Isak
It'll
doesn't
be
want.
much
No, no,
easier
no.
for them.
No, it wouldn't it be easier if the player wants to leave?
Yeah, and he does want to leave.
Didn't Isak tell the board that, hey, board, I want to leave?
Yeah, because
Okay, then.
Chelsea and everybody else, they keep getting rejected by everybody.
Exactly. So if the player's like, hey, sell me, it's probably going to be a little easier for Liverpool to get him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If I was Liverpool, forget about Ozzy, man. Bruh, it doesn't fit your system.
Go.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, if I was them too, all in on Isak.
Yeah.
We've already
And then
spent crazy
Arsenal,
amount of money. If we
the
spend
one thing,
150 to 130 on words, what's 80 mil for
what's
Isak?
80 mil for Isak? Yeah.
90
So
mil. What's 100 mil really? It
the
doesn't make
one
a
team,
difference.
the one team that I will say that I will agree with you that he does fit their system. Arsenal. But guess what? They're in final talking stages with Gokeres or Sporting over Gokeres. They're not even looking at Ozzy, man. So I'm just
Final talking stages. And I put those final
we'll
talking
see. Yeah,
stages
we'll
in
see.
other quotes.
Yes, we'll
It's in
see how
double.
far that
There's two
goes.
sets
Yes,
of quotes.
yes, we'll see. We'll see how because the problem with Gokeres is not Gokeres. Player wants to go to Arsenal. The problem is Sporting. That's a problem. Player wants Arsenal. He already met with Arsenal. The problem is Sporting.
The problem is their new sporting director who is in
Yeah.
ordering the agreement, but it's like,
Yeah.
bro, he's gonna leave. Just
He
let
wants to leave, bro. Like he wants out. He wants out.
this man broke up with his girlfriend because he doesn't want any ties to
He does
Portugal.
not want it. Yo, yo, he's
Let
like,
him go.
I'm cutting off all the ties. Is it what was that song? Ain't nothing to cut that off.
Yeah, yeah.
Victor.
He's been listening to way too much Future.
Yes, he has. I'm sure he has. An actress, like a famous Portuguese actress. This guy, bro. Yeah, you better let him go, man.
We understand that footballers, actresses. You saw my hand. It went all the way down. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
um,
We know that.
yeah. So before we
But no,
before we run out of time,
it's
before
slim.
we run out of time,
It's slim pickings for Aussie men. That's all I'm saying. So unless you want to go to Crystal Palace, West
it's just like the teams that could sign him are just slacking.
the only place, the only team. There's only one team that we already mentioned because we already said Arsenal. Not even looking at him, even though he would be a perfect fit in Arsenal. They don't want him. I don't think so. He doesn't fit Liverpool's system and Man
He's a
City,
Chelsea fan. Yeah,
but I
that's
don't
good
even
enough.
think he fits our system either. And then, yeah, the only team is Man U. But I don't know what
Man U is there, like, but they want to sign Brian Mbuemo. Like, I
they
don't
need.
get Man
Buemo.
U's
They
transfer,
they need Buemo. They need someone like him.
but
Absolutely.
they
But
need
they
more
need a
than one
striker.
striker
Yeah,
though. They
absolutely.
need more than one striker.
Hmm.
Like Xerxes and Hoyland are not gonna cut it.
No,
So
no.
yeah, like Osimhen, it's gonna be a saga.
But he's gonna have to take a pay cut because they don't want to pay Jason Sancho either. That's why they want to sell Sancho, but Sancho don't want to leave because they don't want to take a pay cut.
Yeah. Yeah, like man, you have much bigger problems that we could spend an whole hour analyzing if we
Oh
really
yeah,
wanted to sit down and analyze it. But
yeah.
like
We can do
it's
that. We can do that on talkative sports
oh yeah,
news.
we'll do we
Different-
will
That's a different show that they were cooking up talkative sports for the matches and then
look.
talkative sports news. So
If anything, our first few episodes of next season, we will take a deep dive on each team, like deep dive per episode, and just go into what they've done, what they need to do, what they're doing, and really discuss it. And hopefully, we can invite fans of each team, me and you, and we'll talk to them directly and ask them
yeah,
what the hell is going on, and then we'll give our opinions. But
yeah,
that's next season. As far as this episode goes, um, this might be our last episode of the season, and it's going to depend on the final of the Gold Cup and what happens in the Club World Cup. We've talked about the final of the Gold Cup and what we expect. Now for the Club World Cup. Man City lost. Inter lost. Chelsea have been gifted a free and a quote unquote
waiting
easy
for my apology, Shags.
run to the final. And I'm not going to apologize to you, Zach, because I told you that it would depend on the draw we got.
All these caveats.
And if it had happened the way you said it, we would have been on the other side of the brackets,
No, no, wait.
knocked out by Bayern right now.
No, you want a reminder how what I said? I said it
You
doesn't
said
matter.
we could win it.
No. I said it doesn't matter where we are. We should win it. It doesn't. I specifically said it doesn't matter what part of the bracket we are. I think we should win it. That's what the article said. The
Well,
article didn't bring no if this. If.
no articles. No. The article is based on where we are in the bracket. Let's not talk about what they say now. Let's talk about what they we
No, but what I'm
said.
saying, but what I'm saying is that this was before we even saw the bracket.
Yeah, before the article, before everything,
I'm
you
saying.
said we
I'm
should
saying.
win it anyways.
Uh-huh.
But I said, and I still stand on it, that it depends on the draw we get. And we have had one of the luckiest best draws. And that is why I now believe that we have a free run to the final. Because if we hadn't lost to Flamengo, we would have had to play Bayern.
We could have beaten Bayern.
No, we wouldn't have. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. We wouldn't have. And even if we had beaten Bayern,
No,
we'd
man.
have to play PSG.
We can beat them. They
But the
lost.
luck of the draw,
They
and
lost.
and look, we get even luckier. Wait, hold on. Let me land.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me
Go ahead.
land.
Go ahead.
And even though after losing to Flamengo, we got even luckier again. Inter getting knocked out and Man City getting knocked out.
Inter was a bad team. Man City has problems defensively. Like, bro, those teams.
But
Like,
those teams,
I
all
knew,
the teams.
I knew Al Hilal could beat Man City, and I knew Inter has problems.
So Al Hilal can beat Man City,
Yeah.
but they can't beat Chelsea.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Chelsea can beat Man City and Al Hilal. Chelsea can beat all those teams. Bayern, we want to wait. Let's talk about Bayern.
But wait. When
Let's talk
Benfica beat Bayern and Chelsea fans were celebrating, you said, "Oh, don't forget they beat Bayern."
No, cause yeah, because they were celebrating that. Oh, we get the easier team. I'm like, yeah, but
We did get the easier
but
team.
what I'm saying is they still beat Bayern. You're right. So my point about that is like no team is unbeatable, bro. But PSG lost to
Botafogo.
Botafogo. Why do we even know that name? Come on, bro.
because they lost to them.
Thank you. So no team is unbeatable. Real Madrid haven't lost yet, but they don't look that hot. They look shaky in the back still. And Bayern, let's talk about Bayern. Bro, I watched that game, bro. The other team gave they gave the game away to Bayern, bro.
The Flamengo or
Uh,
to yeah.
Flamengo, yeah. They gave the game away to Bayern. The second half was much closer. The
Well,
first Flamengo practically just gave the ball away, like, here you go, Bayern.
well,
Here.
I mean, we did the same thing against Flamengo.
But
We
the
just played terribly defensively.
well, we had a red card, we're man down because of our stupid striker.
Now,
That kind of that
yeah, we were
kind of
2-1 down. Yeah,
a
it
red
didn't help
card.
at all. Yeah, it
You know
didn't
what
help.
I'm saying? A red
But
card.
we still did. At least one player. One
But
was
that's what I'm saying.
2-1 down.
What I'm saying is, you don't think we could have at least gone toe to toe with Bayern, 2-2 wrestle match? Trust me, it would have been a slugfest, bro. Bayern ain't so hot.
It's not that I don't believe we can beat these teams. I
We
just
can
believe
beat
these
all these
teams,
teams. There's not one single team that we can't beat, bro.
when it comes to equal footing, these teams are better than us.
Yes, they have better players.
So now that I see where we are right now, I'm like, okay, yes, it's ours to lose up to the final, no matter who we face.
Thank
It's
you.
ours to
We
lose.
should be favorite, right?
And even in once we reach the final, it doesn't matter who it is because it's a final.
Thank you.
But
We
that's
should be
only
favorite
now,
teams.
and that's only now because of the way it worked out. Which is what I said. Are you not gonna give me credit for saying that it depends on the draw we get?
I I took. You ever heard higher risk, higher reward? You went the safe route. You said it depends on the draw. I said it doesn't matter.
But
See,
but we did get the draw that allowed this to happen.
but I said it does. What even if it didn't go that way, we would still be here,
But it didn't go that way.
and we're
It
still
went
here.
the way I predicted.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is I took the riskier take. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
You
you
took the safe take. You said it has to go like this. Byron has to do this, and then we'll do this, and then
well,
it worked out
okay.
your way. You
All
were
right.
right.
All
I
right.
took a
Well,
your take saying it didn't matter whether
well,
we were on that side or the left side or downside. We will be there.
well, we are there, and it was right. It didn't matter because Sky Sports are giving us the highest percentage of winning the Club World Cup.
The highest percentage, really?
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick. Where's my Twitter account? Okay. So
Because it said that we have. I thought it said something like we have the easiest way or something.
no
The
no no no.
highest percentage.
Opta believes that this is from Sky Football. Opta believes that Chelsea has the best chance of winning the Club World Cup. They're giving us a 26.44% chance of winning the Club World Cup.
That's kind of high. God,
And that's above PSG at
yeah,
25.545%.
it's kind of
Real
high.
Madrid have 16, Bayern 14, Dortmund 7, Al Hilal 4, Palmeiras 2, Fluminense 1.
Yeah, people, you see, you see where Bayern is. People don't believe in Bayern like that. Neither do I. They got problems too. Trust me, we can exploit that.
Yeah,
All of these teams have problems.
but the thing is, I know our problems is that we're not clinical and we can't defend.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and keep
those are
right.
the two most important things.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and Sanchez.
yeah.
So we're way more vulnerable than any of these teams, which is why like I was saying, like these teams are better than us.
Player for player, yeah. I'll give him
Player
that.
to player too. Like, our best player has not been carrying us, even though it was never his job to carry us. I don't get the Cole Palmer slander. It was never his job to carry us. But
Yeah,
Pedro Neto, shit,
he has scored 4 goals this
yeah.
tournament, so
Golden
he's
Boot, maybe.
he's firing away. He's scored in every game, right?
Not every game, but he scored
He's yeah,
four, I think,
4 goals. Yeah,
4 or 3.
yeah. And then Kunku sighting. I'm
Oh
happy
yeah,
for him.
yeah. Even got Kernan Drewsbury Hall sighting. Like
Yeah,
they look the main thing. The biggest positive I'm taking out of all this is that all these players that the media is saying, oh, where would they sit down in the dressing room? They're all
yeah.
performing. They're all playing their lives out because they're all on incentive based contracts. They're not Jaden Sancho collecting 300K to play FIFA on the and like show up to the stadium. No, these guys are fighting for their lives because they know Joao Pedro is there to take their place. Leon Delap, Jackson, you're in danger. Like John Obi Mikel said, we might sign another left wing, Madueke, to Arsenal. Send Kepa out.
I'm so
We still have
Both
Chilwell in the squad.
fans so pissed about that, man.
Yeah, they're so upset, and I'm
Both
so
fans,
happy they're upset.
both fans says they're at their limit. One Chelsea player per year. Don't break that limit. Don't break the limit.
Well, actually, they missed 1 year in like
They did
so
2021,
this
2022.
Madueke would balance it out where it's one player for the
For that
past
1 year
7.
miss.
Yeah. So please take Madueke off our hands so we
Bro,
can
they,
sign
they, they
Kepa.
do not want Madueke, especially
They don't.
the Turk that said
They don't at all. They hate
if
him.
he was the boss and Arteta came to him and
They
said he
would have
wants
fired.
Madueke
Yeah. Oh,
fired,
fire down real quick.
or I'm leaving.
Yeah. Arsenal just keep signing everybody but this striker they need. But cool.
That midfield though.
It's so funny when they signed Kepa. It was like here to raise levels. But
Yeah.
when and they were celebrating, oh, Kepa because Kepa is a solid backup goalkeeper. He's won
Yes.
Champions League as a backup
Yeah.
goalkeeper twice. But
Yeah.
when we signed Joao Pedro, which all of us Chelsea fans are like, oh, okay, he came out and said he's here to win trophies. It just it just shows the difference in mentality between clubs.
Man, I believe it when I see him play for us, bro. Like,
Honestly, that's the
I
thing.
don't trust out Pedro, bro.
No, no, yeah.
I've watched him since Wolverhampton. There's so much talent in there, but there's something that's missing. I don't trust
Honestly, bro, it does not matter who we sign. We could sign Isak right now, and like 30% of me were like, yeah, this guy might flop. It all depends what they
No, Isak.
actually do.
Nah, there's certain players I don't think would. There's Isak, no. Gokeres, no. There's certain players that nah, bro. They will no.
What players have we signed in the past that you thought wouldn't flop that did?
Mm,
Torres, Falcao,
Probably
Higuain.
Falcao and Torres. Those are the only two.
Bro, it happens, man. I think every player, for at least me right now, every player that Chelsea fan, even because I wanted them to sign
Torres,
Warner so bad.
Torres came off a very terrible injury, and so did Falcao. Actually, they were both
Yeah.
coming off. It was a bad idea to do it at the time. It was a bad idea because you normally at that time, not now, at that time, you normally don't sign players coming off of terrible injuries that they did.
Well, the injury was hidden. They didn't. It wasn't reported. This was back before Fabrizio Romano days.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't tell us it was injured. It wasn't
exactly.
news.
And then the dude looks like crap, and then you're like, oh, he's been having a surgery that he's been needing surgery for 2 years. Like, bro, why didn't you get the surgery? Yeah, bro. Like, so, um,
Honestly, it's
yeah,
just
those are the only two players that I thought would. Oh, and niggas. So, I really thought he'd be good for us, man.
look with
I really did.
with this new era. It doesn't like I will support signing Isaac, but even when we sign it, I'm like it's on him to actually get it done.
Of course.
I don't. I don't
That,
have
that's
any
why I
expectation.
respect. That's why I respect players of his caliber because they,
Oh, then you know they're gonna
it
get it
doesn't
done.
matter what club they're at. They're gonna put pressure on them. They could be in Moscow and they'll score 30 goals. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna put pressure on themselves to score and to perform because that's the kind of people that they are. But there's other players such as the Moratas and the Osimens who, if they don't,
They're just happy to
you
collect the
see the
paycheck.
way Osimhen plays for Niger,
Yeah,
man. eh,
yeah,
Take him to Turkey. Wants to bag in 37 goals.
uh-huh.
Can't trust those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, with this Chelsea squad that's coming in, the media and the fans can make fun all they want. Oh, Chelsea are starting all these way, but like I'm just like y'all are broke, and you wish you were in our situation, and the sky is the limit for Chelsea. These players are either gonna sink or swim, and they have so many replacements waiting to take their spot. Only 11 players can start at a
Yo,
time. Where we're looking at a 33 player squad where there's 3 players for every position.
even
And with
you
the we are well prepared for the amount of games. If one goes down, we still have 2 more.
we
And
even have another Swiss Army man. The kid we signed from where Sporting Belugo Balogu
uh
Balogo.
um the fact that we don't even remember his name is
I didn't remember signing him at all. I'm like, wait, what? Belugo from Sporting? Who
it's
is
like
this?
it's like Dual Dario or someone like that. I remember he's a midfielder. Yeah,
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Like
Yeah, we have so
he's
many
a
players.
potential starter. And then Andre Santos.
Andre Santos is coming back. Estavio, who's gonna start against us the next game, is coming back. After the Club World Cup.
Esteval. Yeah.
Esteval. That's how you say it. Esteval. So yeah, it's like it's an exciting time, and if we can pimp off the player that I've been roasting all season in Madueke, after I was right
That's
once
my
again.
other my other friend, Chelsea fan, Mark calls him Maduki.
My Boots Band said, if we sign him, I'll be mad. Eh? Wait, no, that's how he said. He said, I'll be mad. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna be upset. Eh?
Yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans will be
They're
pissed.
gonna be so mad.
But
But
no,
thank you.
who's not? You know who won't be pissed? Not Manny. Manny's gonna be like, yes, come here.
Manny
Yes,
is gonna accept him and hype him up as Chelsea's
yes,
best swinger.
yes, yes. We signed your best winger. Shut up. Yes, I know exactly what you will say. Yes.
Same thing he did when they signed Sterling.
And oh boy, don't let don't let Madueke become somewhat of a decent player. Oh no, we'll never hear the
oh
end
no.
of it.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
never hear like
Kai Havertz
yeah,
became a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna have a chant. They're gonna
yes,
they're gonna give him his
yes,
own chant.
yes, yeah, yes, sir. I'm waiting for it, man. I'm waiting for it, bro. Oh man.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's so much going on. Talk about Man U, Arsenal, Chelsea.
So which striker do you think Arsenal is gonna sign? Ozyman, Gokieres, Sesko. They even had Sesko. I thought they were going to get Sesko. Not
Honestly,
anymore.
I don't think they're going to sign a striker
Oh,
again
oh,
because, like you said, it was Sesko. Now all of a sudden, you're Chorus.
yeah.
They do this every season, every summer. They do the same thing over and over again. Like, who are you going to sign? You ask Arsenal fans, they don't know. Nobody knows. They're having board meetings trying to scout. I'm like, no.
At midfield though.
And honestly, I don't care. I don't care who they could sign. They could start signing midfielders, defenders. They need a striker, and until they sign a striker, I don't care who they sign. It does none of that matters until they have somebody that will put the ball in the back of the net. Because as long as they have Havertz and Jesus and what's the other one? Uh,
Trossard.
Trossard up front, they're not going to win anything. And if they're not in the competition or competing for trophies, they're irrelevant to me. And I don't care about them. And I'll stop talking about them because Arsenal fans think that because we make fun of them all the time, that it means they're relevant or big. No, it's because you guys are a joke. So until Arsenal sign a striker, I'm not going to take them seriously. And even then, like I said, like I've been saying all season, then the striker has to actually perform because you signed Havertz and said you were going to win the Champions League.
What a joke.
Nothing. So yeah,
They won the Champions League after beating Real Madrid.
yeah, that was their trophy for the season. But you know, I don't want to end this episode on an Arsenal slander.
Yeah, I have another question for you. So Thomas Frank and Tottenham.
Oh, there we go. That's a good topic.
What do you think about that?
I think I will be in mourning for Big Ange all season long, even though I understand where that Daniel Levy is coming from.
I don't understand, but go on.
No, I mean from Daniel Levy, I understand it from. I still think he shouldn't have sacked him.
Yeah, I don't.
But I understand where Daniel Levy is coming from because you know I'm very good at putting myself in other people's shoes, even though it was the wrong decision. But I understand why he did it.
He's just doing Daniel Levy thing.
Yeah, it's just Daniel Levy is going on Daniel Levy.
Yes.
Thomas Frank has Premier League experience.
Yes.
He's one of his benefits over Ange is very adaptable. He can play in different systems. He's used to not having resources to spend to get that player. He's done well with much less.
Absolutely.
My opinion on Thomas Frank, the manager, very good manager. But my opinion
beaten us a couple times.
Yeah.
His teams has beaten us a couple times.
Yes, they have. But my opinion on him as Spurs manager, I don't think he's gonna win anything with Spurs. He's not. Daniel Levy has hired another guy to make the club profitable and shut up and not complain and just be a first team coach. I think Thomas Frank is a very good coach. But I think in order for Tottenham to break into the top 4 regularly every season, they need more.
Ozyman. There you go.
But he's not gonna get that more. So they're not gonna finish in the bottom half. They're gonna finish they're gonna challenge for Europe. European places at least. That's the bare minimum. But it's gonna be very tough if they don't back him and they don't like.
Do you think he gets
anybody?
Do you think he gets his guy Brian Mbeumo?
No, if Man U have anything to say about it.
Yeah, Mbeumo wants to go to Man U. He wants to go to Man U. He wants that 250K per week.
He wants to get paid.
That. Yeah,
he wants to get paid.
I mean, Tottenham can give him like 150K per week, easy.
Well, I mean, I think Tottenham will sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin because now he's a free agent.
What?
But yeah, Everton they released him.
But you just have what's his name? Solanke. That was Marcus.
That's Solanke.
Marcus said this is gonna be his breakout year.
Well, they could have 2 Solankes. They could have Solanke and Dominic, 2 English strikers that don't get into the English team really.
Yeah.
That's just their level. if Spurs wanted to be a serious club and be taken seriously, they would have kept Ange and they would have broken the bank.
Yep.
But they've gone the opposite route. They've gone with the status quo. They've gone with a mid-table manager for a mid bottom table team. So for them, the view is to sign a couple, get a couple bargains, and hope for a miracle. And that's all they're gonna do. No disrespect to Thomas Frank, because he has worked miracles with less, but you know how it is when you get these tactical like De Zerbi, you get these tactical or Graham Potter. They get into the big leagues, but it's like this is the big
Hey,
leagues
wait a
without
minute.
the.
Wait a minute. De Zerbi. Hey, respect him. Isn't he Marseille's coach? Yeah,
What
man.
has he won?
He won second. They came in second in the French league, right?
So he won a bronze medal.
Yeah.
He
Some
didn't get a cup with that though. No, look, I'm not trying to disrespect these. I'm not, like I'm coming off as disrespectful. For as far as Spurs, I guess we just need a Spurs. We need Jayed on the podcast again. But Jayed is a delusional Spurs fan. He's gonna say,
I don't think there's one that's not delusional. Like expressions. That's the only one.
"Yeah,
And he must live a very tough life, man. He's the only non.
but his life peaked though. But
Yes, during that Europa League, yes, absolutely.
I think
Yes.
it's gonna be a couple more years of
A couple.
sadness.
A couple. Probably more than that.
I didn't want to go that far, but like it's like as long as Thomas Frank is there, they're not gonna win anything, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I might have to agree with you on that. And with that being said, brings us to the end
The
of our
end of yet another episode, 39. Um, I think we got one more in us.
we could do one more because
One,
we still have both the CONCACAF final and Gold
yeah.
Cup final. And
It's
who knows? Maybe Arsenal gets their striker by next week, or Man
yeah.
U gets Mbeumo, or they finally give Thomas Frank Ozyman.
The
Who
season
knows?
will be over after the Club World Cup final. And I guarantee you, if Chelsea are in that final, you will hear from us regardless. We will be there. We will be there. If we get knocked out by Palmeiras, you
Oh,
won't hear from us till next
that's
season.
gonna be tough. That
If USA don't
that
win the final, we will discuss this on season 4.
that
But
would be tough.
thank you once again for tuning in, for listening, for supporting, for commenting, for sharing, for subscribing, for liking. And even though you've been doing it, or if you haven't done it, go ahead, drop another like, drop another follow, subscribe, share,
Yeah,
comment, hop on
comment,
the live.
please.
We have at least one more episode for y'all this season, but don't think season 4 is that far away.
It's not. It's merely
July, August,
August. Boom. We're back.
we're back.
2 weeks. We're back. So don't.
We're
This,
not going
this
anywhere.
is not summer break from school, elementary school, where you have 3, 4 months. Oh my God, no! 2 weeks.
No,
We're back.
we're and honestly, we're not really even going anywhere
Yeah,
physically.
we're
We're
not going
here.
anywhere.
We
We're
just
here.
don't have anything to talk about really, even though we do.
We
But
could
we'll
talk
be
about
back next month. This is July
about
2nd.
transfer news, but then that would be like, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
like
we
yeah,
might
we'll
do
be
a
back.
separate thing for that. Like, if we want to talk about like transfer news, and then like, yeah, we might do that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we have a couple of things in the works apart from like our main episodes that we're working on for season 4. It just takes some time and it takes consistency
planning, you know,
and planning and commitment and
yeah.
resources. We're working on it and we will get there. And season 4 is next month, so we don't
It's
we'll
already
figure.
here.
It's literally next month. So
Yeah.
yeah, if this is not the finale, then we'll see you on. I guess I can't call it the pilot episode, but we'll see you next season, like Arsenal FC. So yeah, once again, thank you so much. Next season is gonna be better than this season, guaranteed. Like
Guaranteed.
Arsenal, and yeah, that's it. Peace.
Au revoir.